Click the dial, it's buzzing live. Chatter, hums and thoughts collide. Coffee, steam and minds unwind. What's your flavor? What's your vibe? Preference talk on Friday nights. Preference talk Fridays.
Welcome. So this is a new show that we are introducing to the Alchemizing Energy podcast. Well, I'm sorry, group. And, we have the weekly legal reviews on Sundays. On Fridays, we will start this new show called Preference Talk Fridays with your host, Sabrina. And we are going to be really going into current events when it comes down to the hip hop community, the Black community, and how it's affecting us, this, that, the other. So without further ado, I want to introduce your host, Sabrina. Welcome, Sabrina.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. How are you? So before we even get to start talking, let me first say everything I'm talking about is alleged because I wasn't there. I was not the fly on the wall. And so any information I have is pulled from public and media sources that's already out there, statements from the horse's mouth, probably, but everything is alleged because I was not there. So it's my thoughts, your thoughts, and we're just talking. All right, so we're going to talk about today Cardi B. Girl, Cardi B is the hot topic today. And I don't really think there's anything that is good that's being talked about. It's just her life, her drama. So did you pull up the Armand?
Yeah, I did. Here we go.
Okay. So she just dropped a new album, y'all. This is her sophomore album after 7 years of invasion of privacy. That was a great machine, orchestrated writing team album. It did the numbers it was supposed to. The push was there. This one, after 7 years, was very underwhelming. I didn't personally listen to all of it because it sounds just like her everyday, what she puts on social media. So she hasn't matured. She hasn't grown in her artistry. Her writers are still writing and she's still reciting. But she brings the looks. So she's pretty much an Instagram influencer. That's what I'm getting from it. But let's see what Armand says about the album.
Yeah. All right, let's take a couple of calls. Raps smoothly to you? And I'm just hating? All right, guess what? I'll take it. Because I'm not even going to argue that.
Everybody has to be hating because the industry cuddles her. But she's, you've been out here 9 years. You said you're a senior, right? Right? She said she's a senior in the game. But they coddle her for the low bar. Nicki's so high up that they had to put somebody in with such a low bar of expectation. And so they have to babysit that because they've been investing so much money in her. So the label is trying to recoup their money. That's all this is. Go ahead.
I hear. You can listen to any of these other girls rap, whether you like their music or not. Listen to how they rap.
Yeah, they rap. They have cadence, they have flows, they have what it takes. They understand the artistry of rap. But when you're reciting, you don't have that. You don't have the passion behind it either. So it just sounds like she's talking like she always talks. She's more passionate about when she's talking than when she's rapping. That's wild. Go ahead, Armand.
Girl, y'all want me to be a hater so bad. It's not about being a hater. I'm just saying she don't rap that good. That's not being a hater. That's telling the damn truth.
It's telling the truth. And then she said, hey, I'm pregnant. I'm going to have my 4th child. So y'all go buy my album so I can buy diapers. And, but a couple of months later, she was like, I hate y'all. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are monkeys. Y'all are all these things. She couldn't stand y'all, her fans.
So what do you
But
think
now
about the whole monkey thing? Why do you think she's calling people monkey and all this other
because
stuff?
she does not like black women. She does not like black women, especially dark skinned black women. She does not any assault cases that she has went to court for or uh whatever has been against, or even attack on social media, is always dark skinned black women. She loved the black peen from the black men, like, that's their culture. But when it comes to the black women, no. She thinks she's better than. That's what it is.
That's crazy. Let's go. Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Gotta say it.
like she just attacked JT. Well, JT, Bia. I heard that she was attacking them, but she went so hard on JT. I mean, super hard on JT. And why? Because she's a dark skinned female that writes her own music. You see what I'm saying? Bia writes her own. No matter what Cardi has machine she has behind her, she can never talk about these girls. These girls are her peers. She can never talk about them and down them or shade them. I don't care how much money she have. You're not them.
So what
They
about
write
the
their
video?
music.
That video was sweet, even though the song was kind of mediocre. What did you think about the video?
Which one?
I think she was on a yacht or whatever with the big old hat on. What is it called? I don't even know. It was not
I don't
memorable
know.
for me to.
Are we talking about the Jay-Z song?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. Again, Cardi thought she was doing her big one. She got a Jay-Z co-sign to, do his album, resample his album, and it flopped. You can't take a classic and come basic. That's it. You can't.
So the song flopped. How much did it sell?
It didn't sell a lot, didn't stream a lot, and it's not even on the charts. And if it is like number 99, like it didn't even stay on the charts. It didn't hit any numbers. Now, Outside did a little bit better, but what was the name? Something Players. It didn't do anything, and that's why they didn't drop another. I believe that's why they didn't drop another single before dropping the album, because she was worried about being so criticized about it. Because you drop another single and it flops, nobody's going to be interested in buying the album. The momentum is going to be too far down. But if you notice all the marketing and promotions that she has, because I believe that she signed with Jay-Z, Rock Nation marketing team. And if you notice all the people that she interviewed with, the Gayle King, everybody, all the black people that she interviewed with, they're part of that circle of Rock Nation and Beyonce and all that. That's Oprah and all them. They're all intertwined. That Cash App, DoorDash, all them type of deals and stuff, that's all partnered with Jay-Z. So when you sign to his media, his Rock Nation media or management, and it depends, I guess, I don't know what, but that's how you start getting those type of interviews and all that kind of stuff. It opens those doors. But it's so crazy because it seems like everybody there is so old and outdated to her age group. You know what I'm saying?
Well, someone AI MedSpot said Imaginary Players 2025 is hot garbage.
Yes, it was everybody said that. Even like rap people, like the bloggers, the big people that are into hip hop, we all said it. I heard it. I was like, girl, no.
So here's Armand talking about her cadence. Let's go.
Like, girl, y'all want me to be acting like this woman is up here just really sliding and in a pocket, and she does it sometime. But for the most part, car parked in the car garage, not getting driven. Like, what? There should have been a smoother way to say that.
And it sounds like her bars or her raps are AI. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like it's AI written. And then that way, if she has any ownership to say, oh, I wrote it. Well, I mean, she could say she wrote it because AI wrote it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the wording some of the wordings that I've heard, because like I said, I haven't heard the album because I don't waste my time on stuff like that. Because I know she hasn't grown as a woman on the outside and what she shows on social media. So I know her music couldn't have grown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so pretty much that's what Armand is saying is she's the same. But go ahead.
All right.
It's like it's almost like, well, oh, there's the beat. Let me catch it. Let me try to catch the beat. Like I don't know how to explain it.
He's getting frustrated.
I don't know.
You hear when I'm
Y'all want me
talking,
to hear
it's the
something.
same exact way because you'd be like
Listen to that.
teaching a kid how to ride a bike. And at first you're all excited because you'd be like, oh my God, you're gonna ride the bike. Oh my God, you're gonna ride the bike. And then they get on there and they can't keep their foot on the pedal. And you're like, look, keep your foot. hold the not the steering wheel, hold the handlebars straight. Why are you going to the left in the grass? Why are you going to the right in the street? Just that's how it is when we're talking about her.
And Armand is going to go into that. Watch this.
Any of these other girls rap, whether you like their music or not, listen to how they rap. Like, girl, y'all want me to be a hater so bad. It's not about being a hater. I'm just saying she don't rap that good. That's not being a hater. That's telling the damn truth. Somebody got to say it.
Let me touch on that right
Girl,
there. She
y'all
did
want me to be acting like
an album release last night, I believe. I don't know. She had on this, I don't know when it is and when it's gonna show, but she had on this all lace bodysuit with some pearls around her, stomach all out, pregnant, and the rest of her body. But anyway, she looked a hot mess with this tired blonde wig on, right?
Mm-hmm.
The photographers were taking pictures. No, normally they'd be like, "Oh, you look so good. You look beautiful. Oh my God, turn around." You know how they, hype you up.
Yeah.
None of them was doing that. It took this one guy who was like, "How come none of y'all are saying she looked good and she looked beautiful? Cardi, you look beautiful." That's what he said. They still didn't say nothing because she looked a hot mess.
Wow.
And that's the problem when you have yes men around you or yes women around you or whatever, is nobody going to tell you the truth. And so when you hear the truth from outside people, then it's people ganging up on you, dog piling up on you. Girl, no, it's constructive criticism, because that's the only way. Even other artists we talk about as some consumers and what we talk about them. But guess what they go do? They go grow. You see what I'm saying? When we talk to our children about something, woo, it hurt their feelings or whatever, but then they go in there and they do it. Okay, it's called growth. She doesn't take that in. She doesn't grow because she has people that's saying yes.
Wow, look at this. Something else right there.
That's the outfit I was talking about right there. That is the outfit I was talking about.
Wow, hold on. This website is hating on me right now. Hold on, let me see if I can open up in a new tab. Let me see. This website hating on me. All right, let's share it. Here we go. This is the outfit.
Thank you so much, Monica, DJ Genesis. This is the outfit I was talking about. So did I lie? Did I lie?
That's crazy. That looks.
Did I lie? All I said was she had on a lace, all lace bodysuit with some pearls around her. Right? I described her with a blonde wig. There she go.
Wow.
So am I hating? I just want to make sure that it's not. Yeah.
How did she get this big pregnancy?
What do you mean? What do you mean? She's been pregnant. So all this time that everybody was saying she was pregnant and she was throwing markers at what's his name? I don't know, some reporter, Denath or whatever. She was pregnant then. He asked a valid question. They could clearly see she was pregnant then, even if the TV and all that try to distort her size or whatever. But yeah, she's been pregnant. And what happened is she's been doing all these interviews and she's getting bigger and bigger that they couldn't hide it anymore. So they was like, okay, well, I'm going to reveal it now the day before my album. Girl, we've been knowing you the one that lied to your audience. And, they're you treat them like stew heads. But people with common sense know you was pregnant. We've been saying it.
Wow.
Now, that's a whole nother story to get into the pregnancy. Are we through with Armand's review of the music? That's all he said?
He said a lot more, but we're going to get into the pregnancy because we want to get into Jay-Z next. and his losing of the casino. So I'm trying to like, kind of. I know we said we're gonna do this for an hour, so we gonna we gonna
Okay, okay, Pete, we gonna stay on time frame. Okay,
right.
thank you. Okay, so the pregnancy is, well, she's married to Offset. She's still legally married from what sources say. What he said, he just said it the other day. He said, you're still legally married. Like, what are you doing? Now let me start back. Offset dogged her out from the beginning. I don't know if if things were a business arrangement, with him being with her at first when she first got in the game. Because let's talk when we talk about Bia and she wants to call her ugly and these other women ugly and all that. Cardi B was ugly when she came from birth, I guess. I don't know, but she was ugly when she came into the game.
Mm.
She was ugly on Love and Hip Hop. She was ugly when she came into in the industry. The only reason she looked like she do today is because Atlantic took her off the streets of Love and Hip Hop.
Mm.
Okay, do you have some pictures of before? Because her teeth was looking like a chainsaw. Her face was looking all dark eyes sunken in. Okay, and I'm not bashing her. What I'm saying is sometimes we got to get a reality check of who did you forget who you no. But the thing is, the reason she picked the guys that she picked and the situation she be in and the reason she's like she is and so insecure and stuff is because internally she knows she's ugly. You know how fat people have been fat all their life and then they go get some type of surgery and then they fine on the outside. They look good, packaged good on the outside, but they still carry themselves mentally and psychologically as fat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like body morphia, face, and that's what she goes through. Is she can hide, she can tell everybody else, "Oh, I always knew I was a bad bee. I always knew I was good." No, but bad bees don't act like you act. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bad bees do not act like she was acting on Love and Hip Hop and all that kind of stuff, all that fighting and all that kind of stuff. Bad bitches sit back because they too bad to act like that. What are we talking about?
Right.
And so she's, because her mouth was raggedy, because her body wasn't right, and she had to go get a botched BBL, in the basement, wherever she got it from, I don't know. But she was saying that she got it from some hood person that filled her butt up and all that kind of stuff. She said that out of her mouth. She never feel like she really fit in. And then when you have black women, black females that's body yada yada naturally, yeah, you're gonna hate them.
So
You
do
see
you
what I'm
really
saying?
was she okay? So this is how she looked. This is how, but I think she's having even more stuff done.
No. That's still a good picture. No. You got to go back. You got to go back before her teeth was done. You got to go back before she started getting the eye lifts and eyebrow lifts and skin treatments and no, and the chin. Girl, go back. So when we want to talk, no, not back to this. Oh Lord. But when we talk about natural females like Sweetie and Nikki's and you know, even JT and all these females were when you see their kid pictures, like their childhood pictures and stuff, they look the same way. You see what I'm saying? They just more polished now because they have more money, but they don't. There's no major change. They're them. Cardi is a whole different person. And so she feels that insecurity. When she walk in a room and sit down, she don't feel like I belong. She feels like a fraud. She feels fake, and that's why she feels insecure. She talks about I'll be nervous around these people. Why would you be nervous around if these are your peers? Why would you be nervous if you're a bad bee? Why would you be nervous around them? You're 8 years in the game. Why? And then here we go back to this. You're married. Your man cheated on you. You left him. It bothers me when people say that she left him because he cheated. No. He was never there. He was with her and married, but he wasn't really there because he was with the other women.
AI MedSpa says Cardi finna look like Joan Rivers after this pregnancy.
Yeah, and what's that other woman name that had that was like Cat woman? There was a white woman that had all them surgeries and stuff, and they say she's looking like Lil' Kim.
Yeah,
they say she's looking like Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
So nobody knows the truth. So anyway, she had Offset's baby, but Offset had said allegedly, I wasn't there, but this is what he posted and said out of his horse's mouth was that she was getting smashed on by Stefan while she was pregnant.
Wow. Okay.
If you can pull up that post and everything, that'll be great. But while she was pregnant, so she said that was a lie. She wouldn't do that. Blah blah. But okay, say that that's a lie. Her baby is just turned 1, right? Baby just turned 1. She's probably about 5, 6 months pregnant.
Right.
So she was having sex with him right after her pregnancy.
Right after her pregnancy with Offset.
Wait. Hold on, let's back up because they were talking about the time frame. They said that she was having sex right after she had the baby that she just had.
Wow.
So yeah, but that couldn't be because she was 9 months already, and then the baby just turned a year.
She's definitely channeling Little Kim, and they said that is Offset's baby. Watch, but I think that she came out and said it was Stefan Diggs' baby, didn't she?
She just said it yesterday. Just said it yesterday.
Well, listen, let's get out. You know what? Let's move over to. So let's get into the Jay-Z connection. So Jay-Z is like actually the one that is spending the money for her album. She's able to use his music and this, that, the other, and he is co-signing her. And
they want her to be the face of hip hop because she is the only one that has some type of charting, some type of music sale, not close to Nicki's, because of course nobody's close to Nicki, but they can give enough fake stats to make it look like she's doing better than Nicki. And so, because none of the other females could do, you see, that's why Megan Thee Stallion, he can't push her. He tried to, but she'll never sell and do all that kind of stuff. So why not bring Cardi in, give her all these accolades again, get these sales, these albums, whatever, and try to outsell Nicki's PF2 that she just dropped 2023. But the crazy part about that is Billboard, Nicki sold 228,000 units first week. Okay, 228,000. Kendrick Lamar sold 319,000. Right?
Right.
Listen to what I'm saying. Billboard took $100,000, removed $100,000 of, 100,000 sales off of her sales because she told her fan base to post receipts that they, actually bought the copy of the album, and then they would have a chance to meet her in a meet and greet. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They said that was like soliciting or something like that, whatever. Now, fast forward to now, they penalized her for that, even though Cardi B had already did that prior to another song that she had dropped earlier, a few years ago. But look what she's doing now. She's out there selling boxes, telling y'all, hey, come over here, meet me up over here. You can meet me. I'll take a picture with you. I'll give you She's doing everything Billboard penalized Nicki for and took 100,000 units off of hers. She's doing all that, and they're co-signing for her. Billboard is doing interviews with her. Apple, Ebro is doing interviews. They're co-signing her, doing everything Billboard said not to do, penalize Nicki for. Explain that. So then you wonder why you have the feds doing raids in these radio stations and at UMG offices and all these labels offices and stuff because of embezzlement. Oh, Ticketmaster, that just came out. Ticketmaster and Live Nation is under investigation.
Really, they are?
Yeah. Yes. Why? Because they've been having these, they're partnered with these scalpers that buy these tickets, upsell them 2 or 3 times to sell back to people to double profit. And guess who's partnered to Live Nation? Rock Nation.
Wow. And so you see now that he's actually trying to open up a casino in they talked about it closing. Let's check out this story here. Let's go into that. They say that.
Oh yeah, it failed. It failed. It absolutely failed. And I love that the little people voices, little people. When I say little people, I'm talking about compared to the billionaire corporations, that they spoke up, they stood together against them, and they were heard, and they won. But go ahead.
All right, so let's go into it real quick.
We met the standard and then some, and the only one with courage to stand up is the governor and the mayor appointees, and everybody else runs and hides. Go run and hide. Because what you did, the benefits you denied this community and this city and state, you have to live with that history forever.
The nerve of him.
That is SL Green CEO Mark Holliday, who has a reported net worth of over $100 million. Why is he upset? Because he didn't get his way. Take a wild guess who was the face of Holliday's newest venture.
Okay, I think we passed.
We're done with kneeling. Remember that?
Knows what they
Yeah, yep.
He went back and slapped him in the face. He was talking to little people. You little people, we're done with kneeling.
Jay-Z.
He was saying who's done with kneeling?
Remember, that was during the Kaepernick time when he just signed with the NFL and got the Super Bowl contract. But remember, he backdoored and backstabbed Colin Kaepernick, because Colin Kaepernick was for the people. He was kneeling, and to show that police need to stop killing our people and all that kind of stuff. Jay-Z was his friend, and he went and signed a deal with the NFL. They end up firing Kaepernick and all that kind of stuff. But go ahead. Jay-Z's loyal to nobody, not even his own wife. But that's a whole,
Wow.
Go ahead.
Hosted an event and appeared to choose to sit with none other.
And this right here, I believe, signed the deal. Now listen to this, Monica.
City Gala.
Go ahead.
Notice that this picture right here dropped the day before. Wasn't it the day before the votes? Because the voting was yesterday, wasn't it? Or day before yesterday? One of 2 days. For the committee for the casino.
Mm-hmm.
This picture right here dropped right before the day before then. And what did it show? Beyonce, Jay-Z with the Kushners, the Trumps.
Wow.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And you got Desiree Perez, and you got all them sitting at this table. And even though it's for an event for, prison reform, whatever, they was like, well, people were saying you can't help who you sit by. Girl, yes. When you're billionaires and you have this political power and all that you have, you absolutely choose who you sit by at the table. And they deliberately sat by, had them at this table. Cozying up with them and all that, but it was already said Jay-Z is actually as a Republican, but he has Beyonce cozying up as a Democrat. So no matter who wins in the political race at all times, they're covered, whether it's Republican or Democrat, they're covered. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how they played it.
Kamala Harris. Let's go.
Travis Scott, Kevin Hart, Meek Mill, DJ Khaled, Quavo, Emma Roberts, the Green Bay Packers' Micah Parsons, Odell Beckham Jr., and many more. A ton of people voiced their critiques on the optics of this as a window into much more.
Jay-Z was actually
but this right here, hold on, sorry. Let me go ahead and let me talk about it. Let me break it down. This picture, that's why I said, what's the chance that this picture was taken and published? We haven't seen any other pictures of, other people at this event, have we? Have you seen anything?
No, I didn't even know what was going on.
Oh, but this one has went viral. Whoever took this picture did it purposely. Now, we know that, and I'm just alleged, this is just me thinking my thoughts. It's okay. New York is a Democratic state, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
New York people do not like Trump. Right. So this picture right here, making sure that it showed Beyonce and Jay-Z sitting there, made sure that it showed Desiree Perez sitting there, and made sure that it showed the Trump sitting there. Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You can't tell me that those people, those New Yorkers, didn't see this picture that was very viral, that was everywhere, and said, "We ain't giving him nothing. We're not approving this casino bid. He's over there with them, and we don't do them." Right? Wouldn't you think so?
Right. I would. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And I believe that is why whoever posted this picture out of that whole thing did that purposely. Go ahead.
That's crazy. So listen, before we get too further into Jay-Z, we can like pick that up again. But I really wanted to add to the stage another person that I think that at the moment is going through something that I really find near and dear that we need to actually really get into. Um, and this is Smoke the Creator. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of her, but she is a content creator. And welcome to the stage, Smoke. How are you doing?
How's everyone?
Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's get into what I saw earlier today, just recently, over 20 minutes ago, and I think it's a really important video that we need to like bring. So let's see. Can you? Hopefully, you guys can hear it. Let me see, because instead of just lost stream the audio, let's go. Let's see if we can hear this. Can you guys hear the audio? Can y'all hear the audio of the video that I'm playing? I'm about to play it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear it?
Yes.
Okay, so I really want to get into this. You can't hear it, Smoke? Can you hear it, Smoke?
No.
You can't hear the audio of the
No.
video? Okay. Well, what I'm gonna can you but you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just play it and then we'll just go from there and then let you discuss about how this affects you and things like this. So this is 607 Unk. 607 Unk is a content creator. He's a hip hop artist, and apparently he said that he wrote Nelly's Country Grammar, and he has a content house. And Smoke the Creator was one of the content creators that was a part of his content house. And so, you know, her being a person that suffers from different ailments and things like that, she has herbs, okay, that she has in her book bag. And I guess while she was gone, or she had left or left the book bag, I don't know exactly what happened. We'll get the full story from her. But what happened is that he goes into this book bag and he turns this into something that is crazy. Let's listen to it.
That is crazy. We can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Let me take it down and bring it back up. All right. Take it down.
Is she still on?
She left, but I think she's trying to make sure she could hear. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I couldn't hear it. At first I could the first time you played it, and then this time I can't.
all right, so let's play what happened. Let me just play it and see if you can hear it. Let me like bring it back a little bit.
These hallucinatives, right? These drugs that don't even make
These
sense.
who?
Hallucinatives. What's called that word where they make you hallucinate?
Hallucinogens.
Yeah, hallucinogens. Why you always gotta
I
correct me?
got you.
Why you always correcting me though?
Because I don't want nobody else to do it. Let me do
What
it.
you mean? You want to
They
do
go tear your ass up in the-
smart.
No,
No,
I'm
such
just-
thing as smart, nigga.
No,
Smart is
it's-
in the cosmos, nigga.
All right, whatever.
You already know I can't pronounce these words right, so I got a full level
That's why
word vocabulary.
I'm here to help you.
I don't need no fucking help, nigga.
All right.
Stop playing. I'm just trying to talk about what you feel about people that really
Y'all breaking up.
taking all these certain kind of pills and certain kind of drugs to kind of
open a third eye.
I never got into it. You know, some people like naturally, like you probably used to take pills before.
No, not to open my third eye. I took pills to get high.
All right. So what they're doing is that they found. Can you hear me? Smoke now. Okay, good. So what happened is that she has herbs in her book bag, right? And they found her book bag on the back porch. And what happened is that he finds the herbs and he decides that he in his mind thinks that these are hallucinogens because it says third eye opening on the thing, which it really is not. It's herbs. They go through this bag, and let me fast forward a little bit further because let me just let you hear how crazy this sounds.
Stop playing on me. If I'm taking the pill, I'm trying to get fried, gang.
I'm tripping
She
myself.
out there on the back porch.
So he has them go out and get the book bag.
We know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I never got into the pill taking thing.
Right. So he thinks the way it's going to sound initially is that she's got like some pills, some shrooms, or some wild stuff. So then the person finally brings out the
right on her own and then try to charge me for coming here. Right.
So really, I think this is what he's mad
about. Creator taking them because she needed them.
I don't know. There are people taking them because they want to be enlightened, but enlightened come from the inside.
So
right?
she fake enlightened?
Man, I don't know. It's fake enlightened, but she fake trying to get some money from me. Everybody
He couldn't say I was faking or anything.
Right, he couldn't. So
because why? Listen, she came here right on her own and then try to charge me for coming here. Right, and it's kind of crazy, right?
Did you pay her though, right?
Come on, what I'm paying her for? I gave her some money and I
That's
gave
what
her
you
some
told
weed.
me. Yeah,
right. I gave her money, I gave her weed, but what the fuck I'm paying you extra for? Right? She went to California on her own. She tried to tell me I gotta pay for a rental car, but you use a rental car to do more than come here. Right? So if you listen, if I'm paying for it, I mean you came here, you parked here, and I used it while you was here.
Right.
Right. But you ain't gonna come here and then do other things and then want me to pay. No, I'm gonna pay a percentage of it. Because you use the percentage of it, right? We're gonna be even around here, but people do this shit all the time, especially spiritual people. They run around acting like they so spiritual. But my thing is, you spiritual while you broke. Nobody's spiritual will be broke. Right. Jesus said, once you understand that all the riches on the earth will be handed to you, right? So if the riches on the earth ain't handed to you, then you not woke, right?
So this is what it sounds like he really is mad about, but somehow he brings up
the spiritual. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and say what you want to say, because I'm going to bring up this whole thing about these imaginary pills that he's saying that you. Go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead, speak your mind.
Oh yeah. So the thing is that I'm still trying to wrap my head around is where he says, if you're aware, if you're basically saying the chosen, aren't broke. But the thing about it is, the chosen are the ones that are in poverty. The chosen are the ones that we're now rising, and now that we are rising our frequency, we're coming out of that poverty, and we're now reaching that agape abundance along with that agape love, because we have reached that balance. We've reached that God energy, which is authenticity. Now, here's something I want to personally, me, Smoke the Creator, bring up. 607 is a plant, for one. He's an industry plant. Someone that just appeared and just has this internet presence. Look at that for one. Two, I'm someone that is so authentic to where there's nothing wrong you can literally say about me, because I am so authentic. So what you would usually say is wrong, I think is right anyway, and I do it anyway in the opening. So there's nothing for you to really try and throw out there about me. And that's where the pills came in at, because he to criticize on. Not only that, you have someone that I have receipts This is something we agreed on, okay? We agreed that I come on the 1st of July. Or was that August? The 1st of August, because my birthday was the next day. Was my actual solar return. That's right. The August the 1st. We agreed, okay? He agreed to pay for the rental, which was $600. I paid for the rental to get there. He said that he would give me the money once I got there. He only paid me $475. He owed me $125. He stated he feels like he has given me enough. That doesn't matter when you have made an agreement. When we set an agreement. Now, he's trying to make it like I'm hungry for his cash, his flow. I could give a fuck. Because one thing about Smoke the Creator, Spirit always makes sure I have what I need. What I need at that moment. So I never hurting. I'm never scrambling. I'm never worried. So that's irrelevant. But here's what I wanted to get on here and speak on. Because I could give a freak flying fuck what he has to say about me. He has a lot more to say. I'm here to raise the vibration, yo. By any means necessary. I'm here to shift the frequency of shit like this. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like this that's trying to keep us chosen ones bound, keep us low, keep us gnashing. But I'm here to change that frequency. I'm here to change that vibration. So I'm not with the gnashing that teeth. I'm not criticizing. You know, I made them videos about being in that facility to show people and make people awareness. He's going to have that darkness. That's what he's battling with. He's battling with them forces. He's going to deal with that. That doesn't make him evil. It makes him human. It makes him who he is. That beast that he's tamed and that he's fighting every rising is what made him who and what he is today. Them beasts that I'm fighting, every rising, them beasts that I am taming every day, because y'all think because I shut him out that it's gone. No. He's still here. I just have that motherfucker tamed. Any moment he can come and lash out your ass. That makes me evil too. But y'all don't see me as evil. It's the same thing. But at the end of the day, you choose. You can't have one foot in and one foot out. You do have a choice. Which one will you choose? Will you choose ego or will you choose higher self? See, the thing about the ego can't travel. The ego is only in one realm. The thing about the higher self, you can be in a 5D and then you can go to a 7D and see, and you meet somebody totally different, but it's you. You just reach the higher realm within yourself. You have your higher self in every room. That's why when you have them dreams and you seeing all these different faces, you thinking that it's other people, but it's really your higher self in different realms. They're telling you, hey, let's go. And they letting you know how to get to this realm. And you thinking that it's all fun and game. But it's really, it's levels to this shit, yo. And that's what I'm here for. I could care less about being somebody that's taking awakening herbal pills that's just making me high, I guess. But you know,
and let's get into that real quick because I think that we need to clarify what those pills are, because I think that people are, if anyone listens to how ridiculous this sounds, I mean, the pills he showed like some ginkgo biloba. So you getting high off ginkgo biloba? You can get high off ginkgo biloba, or you some Shilajit. Shilajit is an anti-inflammatory and it removes heavy metals. He showed some black seed oil. I think he showed another thing. He said, "Okay, this was called third eye opening, and it was called. It's from the I forget what the word of the plant is, but it's a plant that is actually meant to,
Habakaki,
say it again.
like a habakaki. It was from habakaki, I think.
Yeah, habakaki, right? So these plants
The
are
plant.
plants that are all around the world that people have figured out how to use
Yes,
these
the urban
things.
plant.
Right. And so what does it do? What is that particular? It said the bottle said third eye opening. Do you get high off of that? Can you get high off of that plant?
No. So what that does is it cleanses the parasites around your third eye. So
So
that flushes that.
all the
So it's
plants it seems like you had in your whole thing were parasite cleansing. We're cleansing plants. That's the part
yes,
that I think
everything
that
was
people,
parasite removal. Yes,
right. So you were on a parasite cleanse. Is that what was going on?
yes, that's what I was on.
And that's what I pretty much assumed, that you were trying to remove certain things out of your body. And let's go into the fact that you have like ailments, right? I said that it's clear she's already told people that she has ailments, and she has pain in her body, inflammation, and these things. And I believe that you were taking these herbs to be able to stave off some of the pain, and you don't have to get on pharmaceutical medicine. Am I right?
Right. So with those particular supplements were for parasite cleansing. See, I ground every day for my healing process. And now I ground every day and I sun gaze for the parasite cleansing too as well. But when I first started my awareness and my awakening, I didn't know that those were the steps to really take. Those were the authentic steps to take. I just knew what I was taught, so that I went with the quickest way to get it out of there, and so I could reach that level to where I can do the authentic way, which is where I am now today. But that's all that was parasite cleansing, because I had hell of it in me. That's all I did was eat a bunch of shit. Fast food from a fast food restaurant. So it was eating at me every rising. I had to get it out of me. And that's where I went on my fasting, where I didn't eat for 4 days straight. Just smoking my marijuana, chlorophyll, and all of those pills I was taking. Yes, no food, and was on all of that shit. Now, those were any drugs that had me down, I probably would have been out. But
Right. Yeah. If you're
just
fasting, so you're fasting, you're taking herbs, cleansing your system, and then it gets turned into that you're on drugs. And do you think that I don't think that 607 Unc is not intelligent enough to know that these things are not. Do you think I mean, why would he think that these things are
well,
something?
it doesn't matter. He's looking for views. He's looking for likes, views, and anything that'll get him paid. So, see, anybody that's going to come for somebody, he's just trying to bring up something because of how I'm eating his ass. But the thing about it is, when you're guilty, you're going to feel a certain way. Because those last two videos I posted about him was not against him at all. But because of his guilt, that's what he felt. And that's not something that it's not my problem. And I won't make it mine. It is what it is. You have to deal with what you deal with, and how you deal with it is up to you. I am a realm to where the bullshit doesn't matter. All of that low shit, that 3D shit does not matter. Yes, I am constantly in a 3D realm as long as I am in this fucking skin. Okay? But I'm always on 12D, 13D. And I'm now where I can balance the two to where I'm here. But I'm there too. But I also know that I'm here. So that's what I'm on. That, because the healing is with the grounding and things like that, with the sound bowls and the sound healing.
Let's get into that. So so you're saying that you have all the information. What would you give the audience as far as an example of things that people can use to be able to heal themselves based on your understanding of herbs and things like this? Let's just give the audience some information on how they can heal themselves and what they can do to to do this.
Well, you guys have to understand that, for one, everything that he showed in that video is good for you. Everything, see, that's what I'm here to tell you guys. He is a implant. Okay, he's here to lead you astray, yo. But he does it in a way to where you think he's for you. So CMOS automatically, it's a superfood. Okay, it heals literally everything. Literally, it has what? Over 112 different vitamins in it, right? If I'm mistaken. CMOS itself has over 112 different vitamins in it, and minerals. Then you have that's another people that goes to the gym. Sugar is good for that. Your metabolism. Grounding is the best medicine for it all. Healing. Detoxing. Whatever. Now, then you go with the sound bowl for when you have intense energy, when you have these lumps in your body, or in your muscle, and you got these cramps, and you got these like you've been sleeping on your neck wrong. That's energy balled up, that you collected from around other people, and that sound bowl heals that energy. It removes that energy. What the hands can't get to is tough to get to. You just, and it heals that. So those are things that you guys can use. And try and always listen to the love frequency hertz, wealth hertz, frequency hertz, abundance, peace. Things of that nature. Not all this man's out in my head, out of my dad, nigga, yeah. Like, no, bro. Like, come on, bro. NBA Youngboy is aware, but he's going to do what sells. So y'all,
I like
and
NBA
it's
Youngboy.
up to y'all to read in between the lines. So
Yeah, they're in a business. All of it is business. They are in a business. They go to work, they entertain, they perform, they show up. It is a business. So they're going to do what sells and what makes money. Otherwise, why show up for work?
thank you.
That's it. The whole world is just an
Yes.
entertainment platform. That's it.
And
Politically, religiously, entertainment is all a platform.
Yes.
but the
And,
world is
and,
a
and,
stage.
and it's
And
up to
here's
you
the thing.
on how you
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I said the world is a stage, but I want to make sure that there's no misinformation about herbs because it's I think it's what is the word? I think it's irresponsible for a person that has so much reach as 607. Like I think he says he reaches like 4 million people a month or 40 million people a month to
That
then a herb and turn that into you don't need herbs and you don't need this and you don't need that. It's like, well, first of all, people are out here sick and they're taking pharmaceutical medicine. And if this young lady is smart enough with all her ailments she's going through to to get her body to the point where she is trying to detox. I don't think that's something you should put on a national stage and discourage people from doing. So that's why I brought this subject to the things. I don't think that people should be doing that. So let's go.
Very irresponsible. Very irresponsible when you have a platform
Yeah.
like that to tell people not to go a natural route. Now, sometimes, because my sister, when she had breast cancer and she found out when she was stage 4, and it was aggressive, you know, she was, of course, everybody was telling her, oh, start drinking this tea and this herbal this and this, that, and other, da, da, da. And the doctor was telling her, of course, coming from doctors, they're going to tell you do chemo and radiation because it was aggressive. We need to remove as much, we need to remove your breast. We need to get as much cancer deadened as we can. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yes, implement those good, healthy things at the same time to repair from the chemo and all that. But you listen to one party and they're straight telling you, no, don't do the chemo, don't do the radiation. It's gonna kill you. Just go herbal, just go this. And she went that route. The cancer, of course, grew because what was gonna kill it. And then by the time she decided to go ahead and get the chemo and all that kind of stuff, it was pretty much too late, and she ended up dying. So I think it's all about timing on where you are in your health. You know what I'm saying? To always go natural, always go
Mhm.
earth-wise, natural-wise, because it's great for us. We need it because we're not getting it in our food. We're not getting it in our sun. We're not getting it. So we need those things. We should do that anyway. But at the same time, if there are some medical things, scientific medicines and treatments that we need to help, help, take it. Why can't we balance it out with both of them? Because yes, the companies out here, the corporate companies, of course, the things that they give us is going to hurt our liver and all that. So why not counterbalance that by taking the natural things to heal our liver and make sure we target what the
But
medicine that they're giving is damaging. It's just really, I think that's just
right,
a compromise
but
or a great balance right there. What do
well,
y'all
that's
think?
it. That I get where you're coming from with that, but when you have everything that you need in the earth, would you want to put that other stuff in your body to begin with? But you have to understand, because you put that stuff in your body, is the reason why you're going through what you're going through in the first place. So, because of the medicine she's been pumping in her, and because of the different parasitic and things she's already have in her, pumped in her, by it, by her taking the herbs, and then expanding, and see, that's the thing, it's going to expand when you're not letting them do that test on you anyway. Because once they poke that hole into that cancerous tissue, it automatically spreads. It's leaking now, which causes it to be potent.
It was already
So
spreading
if
because
she,
she found out at stage 4, so it was already spreading. I mean, it was eating her up. It literally,
okay,
she was
so
a
yeah,
size
so she
40,
already she already
40.
got the
It was a size. She was her breast was so huge. I mean, she was petite, but she had really big, full breasts. The cancer completely ate her breast off to where you could really just see it looked like a burn victim. The way that it was just all scabbed up, the way that it was just eating her from the inside up, and then it ended up spreading to her back, her lungs, and then to her brain. So it was spreading anyway, and they were trying to catch it before because there is no stage 5. So they were trying to catch it before it just completely, because at first she just had the rash that was showing on her breast. And they were like, okay, we can remove the breast and we can start treating it aggressively with the chemo, da da da. And she was like, no, I don't want my breast removed. I'm going to just do it, this, that, da da way. And they was like, oh, they can't argue with her because you can do what you want to do. She had some amazing oncologists, but they were just like, okay. And then when she came back 6 months later and she had lost all that weight and everything, and just, everything was all bad. they were just like, okay, we can see what we can do. They still tried to work with her, but it was just too far gone at that point.
I just wanted
Right.
to say that I'm glad that
I feel you.
607 said
Yeah,
that
because she was
bullshit, so
already
it
too
opened
far
up this
gone, and they already
conversation.
did the autopsy thing. Well, not autopsy.
No,
God
they
damn
didn't do
it.
the. They didn't do
Uh,
when they did the biopsy. When they did the biopsy, she was already
biopsy.
having symptoms like the boils, the yeah, she was having a lot of boils, the skin rash and stuff like that. The
Okay, so
nipple was already
she was too
introverted,
late
all that
already
kind of
then.
stuff. She was already losing weight, so yeah, that's what made her. And then she felt the lump in her breast. Because that's what she was like, Sabrina, come feel this for me. And I was like, girl, I don't want to feel you. You know how we are as sisters. And then she was like, feel it. So I felt, I was like, oh. And we don't know anybody with cancer before. And so when I felt it, I was like, ugh. And I was like, yeah, you need to go get that checked out. And she was like, no, it's, I'm just going to see. And, and that's when everybody started telling her all that. And then by the time she went to the doctor, they tested her, like they sent her right up to the oncologist. Then they tested her and they told her, you have stage 4 breast cancer. So it didn't spread because they did the biopsy. It was already there. And mind you, let me say this: she didn't drink, she didn't smoke. She was already like a healthy person. She exercised. She was good. I mean, now me, I smoke cigarette. You know what I'm saying? And thank God at this point that I don't have anything. But yeah, she was
That's
she was
weird.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But that happens to a lot of people that live healthy and still get sick. It's just that our bodies just have that imperfection in it that anything can happen, whether it's mental illness, whether it's whatever. And that's just the part of being imperfect, in our bodies being imperfect. Not that we're imperfect, but well, none of us are perfect, but the indention of imperfection in our DNA. So anything can happen at any time, no matter how healthy you are, and no matter what. You have people that's never smoked a day in their life and still get lung cancer.
Hmm.
You have people that
Yeah.
people never had a drink in their life and still get colon cancer and liver cancer. So,
Yep. It's because of the food that you consume. Is what you consuming.
you have people that are out here vegetarians, vegans, and drink water every day and still.
You thinking because of this food is y'all think because they call it this and that. Nothing in the United States is real. So
Oh no,
it
absolutely
doesn't
not.
matter.
You're absolutely right about that.
So
You're right about that.
it doesn't matter. You think you're eating fucking bananas. That's not fucking real bananas. So
Yeah, if it
it
doesn't
doesn't
have
matter.
seeds in it, it is not grown from the ground. There is no such thing as a seedless watermelon, a seedless grape, a seedless cantaloupe that's real. Anything of God by God of the earth have seed in it because everything he produced reproduce. You see what I'm saying? So anytime you get anything
Hmm.
seedless, it's cloned. It's not real. There's no way. Everything God creates reproduce and procreate.
But and real quick, Smoke, I really want you to get into because you're saying like fasting and different things like that. So because it's one thing to just because here's
Fasting is great. Fasting is great. That's what we're doing now. You're absolutely right. Fasting is great.
what she's saying that she's not even eating any food. She's just taking the herbs and fasting and sun gazing and grounding herself in the ground because she's trying to reduce the inflammation in her body, right?
Oh
Now
yeah, that's perfect.
into she's trying to open up her third eye and this, that, the other, and she's getting high off of these pills. And it's like, well, no. I mean, it might make you feel high when your third eye when you feel like 100% healthy because you're not burdened down by all the chemicals and the
Exactly.
insecticides. Because
Exactly.
here's the thing: is that you say, well, a person's vegan and they're getting sick off of vegan, but hell, what about the insecticides on top of the plant?
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Stuff. So here we're in what she says. America is not real. Go into that again. That whole America is not real aspect. Go into that real quick. Smoke.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, nothing about the America is real. So you ever wonder how you can go to these different countries and find shit that you never even heard of, and you're noticing how it makes you feel 10 times better and then you come back to America, and it's like, what the fuck? Like the energy, as soon as you touch a certain altitude,
I've heard
the
that.
energy automatically shifts. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's all propaganda. That's what United States is all about. Propaganda. That's why all the other countries come to the United States for what? Propaganda. When they need something done and they need something with they need a good image painted, they're gonna come to the United States for that. Okay? And now that all these other countries that's making these clothes and shoes are cutting ties with America, it's harder now. So you have to understand. Why do you think in America Jordans are $500, but you can go to China where it originates from and get it for 25 cents? The real thing. You thinking that you paying for the real thing, $500 in these stores, in the actual Nike store, are fake Nikes, dumbasses. Yeah, fake Nikes. Go test the fabric like y'all test y'all diamonds. Test the fabric and go get a pair of 25-cent Nikes from China. Test that fabric. Tell me what you get. Nothing here is real. Everything here
Well,
was
if you
meant
get it from China, it's definitely not going to be real because China's using polyester and a bunch of like fabrics that are very detrimental and dangerous to the human body.
China's using that fabric on us. They're not using that fabric on them. That's the whole point of what I said. Go to China, get a pair of Nike for 25 cents. Test that fabric. Get a pair of $500 Nikes from here. Test that fabric. I promise you, you would get a whole different type of fabric. That's the whole point of me saying what I said. Nothing is real. Everything is polluted. They're telling you that Africa is Africa and the United States is the United States. No, this is really Africa, and Africa is really the United States. I mean, it's all backwards. What they're telling you is true is a lie. What they're telling you is a lie is the actual truth. It's propaganda. So that's what I mean by that. Nothing, literally nothing in the United States is real. Literally nothing. Shit, we not.
This whole internet is not real. Everything that we're doing is not real. Exactly. And it is very toxic. And I want you to really get into like, the whole like propaganda machine of the internet and how people use fake content to try to incite people, and how you have certain people that will make up fights with each other.
Y'all bring up very bad. Like I can't hear nothing you say.
I was talking about how people will make up fights with each other. Like I think that this is a manufactured beef, because I don't think that 607 Unc is stupid enough to think that herbs and remedies are something that you're going to get high off of, some like over the counter herbs. I think that he knows that that is not something you're getting high off of. You know what I'm saying? I think he knows that, but I think, like I said, he's trying to create content and using that to push a narrative, and that's the part where I just don't think, I think it's disingenuous. I don't think it's honest. And I just wanted to really bring Smoke the Creator up to really go into that, because as you can see, And like AI MedSpa says, sis is cooking. Yes, Smoke the Creator is a very intelligent young lady. She has had some disabilities in her life or whatever, but please don't let the appearance fool you. Very intelligent young lady. She knows what she's talking about. You know, a lot of times when you see a person that has a disability or whatever, you might look, you might discredit them and may look down on them. But the bottom line is that this young lady is a very intelligent young lady. And she actually has a lot of information in her mind. And I don't think it's right for a bully. I think that's bullying at that point, you know? To take a person that is going through disabilities and things like that, and then take the things that they're using to heal themselves and then turn that into something negative is disingenuous. So without further ado, I mean, I'm not even gonna go any further in that. I want to thank Smoke the Creator. Sabrina, she had to go because she has something. This is only supposed to last an hour. I thank everybody. This is like the premiere show of the Friday night preference panel. Preference talk, and we're going to be doing this every Friday, just like we have the weekly legal review on Sunday. We're also going to be doing preference Fridays with Sabrina, where she, as you can see, you got like a taste of how she's going to get into the latest celebrity information. And we're going to go into the latest things going on in the entertainment world. But I just wanted to bring this situation because it just kind of hit my desk, and I really wanted her to get a chance, Smoke the Creator, to really show who she really is and not let the people that are kind of following a cult, like it's like a cult like following, because a cult does not necessarily have to be a charismatic leader that's trying to drive you to join them in a compound somewhere. Hey, content house compound, but it could just be a person that has the money to be able to and the influence to be able to influence people's minds and their ideas, and then they could bully another person that does not have that equal amount of influence and money, and then therefore, and then next thing you know, that they are able to put all kind of like false narratives out about you, and then you don't have as much recourse as they do because they have a larger reach, and that to me is bullying. And I just want to say, with that, I will say thank you guys for watching to this point. Much love, and check us back on Friday. Actually, check us back on Sunday for the weekly legal review, and next Friday for Sabrina's Preference Fridays. Thank you so much.
Click the dial, it's buzzing live. Chatter, hums, and thoughts collide. Coffee, steam, and minds unwind. What's your flavor? What's your vibe? Preference talk on Friday.